Hello, happy Wednesday. Happy not so cold week. Thank God. I don't. There's not wrong weather. It's wrong clothing. That's what I always say. Unless it rains, then it's a pain in the arse. And there is no such thing as a waterproof jacket. Well, unless I'm just buying rubbish. Anyway, lots going on this week. Again, the rumour mill of Garforth. It's about this big. Lots of things get dropped into this rumour mill. It's like a room, and people just must go in and go, have you heard? And then it's like a little Chinese whisper. Where somebody says one thing about one word, and then before you know it, King Charles is moving to Garforth. It's huge. And to be fair, some rumours do have some merit, and sometimes there's somebody in the know that might say the bits of information and says that wonderful thing, don't tell anyone. And then they do. So, Four things. The Crusader is being purchased by a pub chain. Scope, and I've heard this, is going to move into Tipple. Again, we don't know if these things are true. A Chinese restaurant I think restaurant, is going to take over Garforth Spice. And this morning I've just heard Tesco's are going to be opening a sushi bar. How that is going to work, I don't know. Whether it's just a bar where you can go and choose what you want to eat and then make it up, or there's stuff that's made and you take it away, or it's a bar where you sit and eat. No idea. But they're the rumour in the mill where the people go in and just check, and then it just flies out like flour. So they're the things. Again, don't take these as godly. Don't take these as this is what's happening. It's just going on. It's just things that are happening. But I do know that the fairly new, is it Fleur, dental practice that took over the two bottom premises of the new flat opposite the library is up for sale as a commodity, as a whole business, I think, for about $500,000. Didn't last long. I was a bit scratching my head when they came, because it's a huge premises to take on, two separate premises and then merged into one. And then what they're offering, apart from maybe one or two things, but we already have 4 dentists offering that service anyway, so it's up for sale. So if anyone's interested and got £500,000, fill your boots. 4 tickets left for the lovely tapas night at Freshly Made in February. Please go on to Kate's page, Freshly Made Sandwich Bar. There are 4 tickets for their tapas night where Bechamel Kitchen are coming in and doing a pop-up. And Kate's going to run a fair few other pop-ups this year as well. So if you can't make it, because I'd love to have gone but I can't make the date, go on. But there is only 4 tickets left. There are limited spaces because the cafes, it's not huge, but I know they can get a lot of covers in, but there's only 4 left, so be quick. Cue the Label have released their opening day. Their grand opening is on the 4th of February at 9 a.m. Go and have a look. Lots of ladies fashion, shoes and handbags and accessories and clothes and tops and shoes and bags and dresses and all that. So sort of, it's a mixed stage, I think, but go in and see. Go and see the Cue the Label on the 26A Main Street. So basically above Costa. Go and park at the back and go on up. And that's on the 4th of February at 9 a.m. Have a glass of fizz. It's at 5 o'clock somewhere. Elmsley Solicitors, they're doing a charity for Zorak. I think that's how you pronounce it. And they've got a few things going on. In January, their staff, Elmsley Solicitors and estate agents, are walking 874 miles for this lovely local charity. And they have a race night over at Kippax Band Club on the 3rd of February from 7 p.m. Again, go and look at Elmsley. They've shared all the information there is about the local charity they're supporting, and they're asking you, if you're a local business or a person that wants to donate £25 for a race, to sponsor a race, you can do that, and obviously going to raise money for Zorak on that day, so be quick. St Aidan's this week has its Winter Beast on Sunday, which is a run. I don't know. I'll wave, drink a cup of tea. I do many things. I exercise a lot. I walk, I jump about. I like to be part of a class. Running? No. I'm not built for running. I'm not built for running. I'm not lazy. I just don't run. Anything that's on your own, like swimming, I'm a good swimmer. But after 30 lengths, I'm bored. Running, I used to run on the treadmill 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's so boring. On a gym machine, just doing the same thing repetitively, I'm no good at. So and I'm not very good at things that are repetitive, so even songs just drive me insane. They're just, you've got the chorus that just goes on and on and on. But yeah, running's not for me. But if you are a runner, and I don't know if you could just go and have a look at St Aidan's and Fair Binning's Facebook page or Twitter and ask about the wild winter beast this Sunday. Just trying to think what else is coming up. It was really nice, actually. When I went to give blood, I did touch on it last blog on Friday. I give blood, I think it's my 8th donation, which is great. And if you can do it, go and do it, because it takes about an hour out of your time. It's really not a big effort. You get to speak to some lovely people, and the thing I like the most is whilst you're waiting for your name to be called, and don't ever expect that you're going to be on time. They're like the doctors. You're not going to be on time, but at least you've got an appointment. We'll touch on that in a minute. But while you're waiting, the names that get called out, you're never really within that facility apart from the doctors, but not on that level where before you there might be, 10 people that are going to be called as you sit down, and the names are amazing. I just think, what were parents thinking? Why? And I'm just sitting there giggling to myself in a church, because it's the church over near Crossgates on the right hand side there. You'll have seen it. But do go. But it was really nice, actually, when I was giving blood or donating my little pint. There was a lovely nurse, and she kept asking me the most unusual questions, and I was like, okay, so do you work full time? Yeah. Do you work every day? Yeah. And then just like really random questions, and then she went, are you the main deal lady? And I was like, yes, I am. She's like, oh, that's great. And then just went on about all the stuff that she'd used, which was just brilliant. And I was, that's really great, because I look at stats day in and day out, and I do like looking at a stat or two, but it's so nice to hear when somebody says, I use your service, it's really good, I've used it several times, and it's the first place I go to when I need something. So that's brilliant, and it's always really nice to hear someone say they're using the service and what they've got out of it. So, if you ever see me in Main Street, don't jump at me and don't get all waffly. Just tell me, though, because, you can say, oh, Maiden Lady, oh, I've used this, and this, because it's always good to have that feedback. Stats will tell me one thing, and our stats are great, but having that feedback from somebody just telling me, it's brilliant. And luckily, touch wood, I'm sure there's people out there, one or two, that would like to say something different, but we've had a really good reputation over the last 9 years, and it's really nice to, if we get really nice feedback. If you've not got anything nice to say, talk to a wall. Not interested. Anyway, there is, it annoys me, actually, that we'll go on to doctors in a minute, but, because I don't annoy you, but the process is. So, I've noticed lately we have sort of our independents making offers, especially for January, breakfast or lunch menus or lunch offerings, buy one, get this free, or buy this and get a percentage off. And then I noticed that the chains do it and compete, which is really annoying. They compete and then offer a lower price because they can afford to do it. And it's really bloody annoying. Because if you think about it, all chain stores were once an independent, and probably, that's why they're competitive. That's why they're a bigger, massive corporate business. But they were all bloody chain independents at one point, and it really annoys me that we have an independent that offers something, and then a chain competitor comes in and just slashes the price by a couple of quid. Stop it! It's really annoying. So going to doctors quickly, it always makes me laugh that, on Monday I had to get an appointment, and I was 30 in the queue. And that lovely music that goes on. Why are you waiting? Please, Garforth Medical Centre, change the music. But you've just got to see it another way, right? I got an appointment. I was 30 in the queue. I was on for 35 minutes. But really, it's my phone that's in the queue. I'm not physically in a queue. If you were physically in a queue for 35 minutes, you'd be a bit hacked off. But I wasn't. My phone is in the queue for me. And I can shower, I can shave, I can wash my hair, I can do all these things while my phone is in the queue, which is great. And it tells you the number. You are number 27 in the queue, which is great, because then I just know that the phone is in the queue for me. And I got an appointment and there was no hassle and it is fine. And when you get into that medical centre and you see that board that says, this week 9 people didn't turn up for their appointment. All the people that were plus 30 from me might not have got an appointment, and 9 of you didn't turn up. Rubbish. Don't be a no-show. Hashtag debands. Just turn up. Because that's what's annoying. Not being in the queue for 30 and getting an appointment, that's great. We've got an appointment. Brilliant. Not turning up. It's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Interesting facts. We're going to leave you there. Because I'm off on to get my heel looked at and sorted and massaged and cryotherapy by the lovely Emma Winter Massage Therapy, who is amazing. And my plantar fasciitis, yes, bit of a big word, is definitely improved because of Emma's hard work. So highly recommend Emma. She is wonderful. So leaving you with some interesting facts. It's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland because they are considered as social beings, and it's classed as animal abuse because they get lonely. So if you're in Switzerland, buy 2 guinea pigs. Did you know that a chef's hat has 100 pleats all the way around? Because it's meant to represent 100 ways of being able to cook an egg. Any chefs out there, did you know that? May the day be bright. Stay warm, wrapped up. It's nearly